They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk all I hope had to keep it alive. Spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe, he gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Name with the guys that are out here. Can I get a yeah? Can I get it?
Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock.
Camera, I made it on. I made it to Zoe's. You know what I mean? Conversations with Zoe podcast, baby.
It was all timing, man.
My mic
Listen,
good.
Peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. We starting off the year off nice and powerful, lindo, in the right space. You feel me? A lot of this year, which y'all gonna see later on, it's about perspective. Like, this year's gonna be a fucked up start for me personally, but it's gonna be a fucking great year. Cause the groundwork of the last 5 years, you know, this is the next 5 years of this decade. Feel me? So I already know what's coming, but let me introduce my guy real fast. You feel me? We got Rob de la Rosa in the building. De la Rosa. You know, the bald-headed Dominican, pause. You heard? Hustler by day and hustler by night. This man hustles all day. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna cut that in half. It was all day, you feel me? The owner and curator of In the Living Room podcast. Season 1 consisted of 20 episodes. Season 2 has 31 episodes to date. Catch me on season 2, episode 10. You heard? What's the word, Papa? How you feeling, man? Great to see you. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy to have you here. I think because we both share this abundance mindset, it's like we not stepping on each other's toes. Like, never once, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the scarcity mindset is like, this collab should never happen. You know what I'm saying? This guy is here, and this guy is here, and that should never cross it. And it's like, that's some hater shit, and that's weirdo shit, if you ask me. Sure. For me. So, how you doing, my brother?
Yo, I'm blessed, bro. I just want to say, I appreciate the time being here, bro. Even speaking to you in the times you're going through right now, out of everybody in your phone book, to have me as a guest is honorable, bro. Like, I take this position to know that this episode's gonna be about me, but it's to have you in this moment and everything you're going through to know the start of the year. I'm gonna make sure you got a great year, bro.
Right.
You feel me? You do what you do already, but I know the position and the collaboration came because of this, bro. And shout out to DNA. You know that.
Yo, you got to witness that in real time. First interview of the year, DNA. You know, something that he went through and I'm currently going through. It's crazy. Absolutely. Like, it's a lot of things that I'm glad I didn't say nothing because he said everything for me. For sure. For me. And, you know, that's what that behind the scenes look like, bro. That's what the prep and everything that goes into what I do and the guest. And right now, I'm very big on timing and I know what you stand for. And I know that it's the top of the year and people's actions are in one place, but their mindset is in something else. Absolutely. And it's like those two things got to connect if we're really going to get to what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, who are you?
It's Rob de la Rosa. I'm a product of love, man. I've been fortunate to have memory of seeing two people who created me express how it's okay to love on each other, regardless of the circumstances. I never grew up a hater, bro. You know, I admire people's stories. I learned how to tell stories because I always see a story within a person before even knowing them. Did it in sports, did it in sales, I'm doing it podcasting, and I'm doing it, I think, in the best place ever now. I'm doing it in schools, bro. So what I started when I was a kid was my voice to build things up, not about tearing things down. And God has used me as an example to do that over and over in different fields. I'm just a vessel to show people that love works, man. Love works, bro. You know what I mean? I came here with a turtleneck shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, love works, bro.
Nah, it definitely does, man. And I think, you know, shout out to my girl. She told me, she's like, I don't know how you're such a loving person if everything you tell me is the complete opposite of what you're doing. So you come from that and I don't. But the powerful thing about love is we still met in the middle. That's how you know the love is pure.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So describe your childhood.
It was very interesting. I'll say a lot of things that I do today. So just to touch on like things that I actually do. I'm a speaker. I'm a vendor for the DOE, so I teach kids how to podcast. Use that door. I started my podcast, bro. You know, and to get to that beginning of the question, I didn't start podcasting because I wanted to podcast. Started podcasting because I needed a podcast. As a kid, communication and conversations is what I needed, bro. Food on the table and a conversation with someone I cared about and loved about and learned something that day. It's all I needed to move forward, all right? So childhood, it was a bunch of, first and foremost, I'm about to dance backup dancing for some salsero by chatero. Like, dancing was it. And then the love of being great at something, whether it's a sport, martial arts, dancing, all that honed into my childhood. So as a kid that always wanted to be a part of something great, you know? So mother and father, so I'll give you more detail than that, was my mother and my father split, love my dad, love my mom. But I also watched how you being heartbroken doesn't have to result on you tearing the things around you down, right? Just because you hurt, you're not supposed to, you know, project that to other people if you care about the people around you. I learned from a very early age, love is not about how things are, how you respond or how you act when things are great. It's when things are in shambles. Is when love to me is expressed at its purest form. Because you have all rights to not care and give up and not care about what I did today and not cook the food and the rent's not due. But I didn't feel none of that. From the Bronx, New York, and just watching that, I'm a clone of my mom. And just been able to apply that everywhere else I go.
Right. And that's beautiful, man, because it's one of those things where I got friends that, you know, they parents split and the father is being tortured because Mom Dukes is like, well, we not together, so you ain't seeing that kid. And that's a crime.
It has so much damage to do. Let me look at the camera. Where's my camera?
Right here.
Let me just tell you this right here. I hate what goes viral to our demographic.
Right.
I hate, and let me just express and say, I don't even know, DNA already went viral before. I could only imagine what that's gonna do. Clips that I have on my show, it's all about impact and purposeful stuff. But what when parents need to understand, now me being in classrooms, right? So I'm in Dykeman, I'm in the Bronx, I've been in Brooklyn, you know, kids of all ages, special needs, D75 to high school students. What happens in the household has effect for that kid in your lineage forever. So you tearing down, if you are a mother and you have a son and you're tearing down the man that he only sees first as a role model, how do you think that's going to impact him as he grows up? It's more than just you projecting your pain on the people, the offspring, because maybe he reminds you of the son. But think about what y'all created. Y'all created a new life. So life is about knowing how to edify people, how to build people up, and knowing if you don't want to talk bad about them, you don't have to. That's still powerful. Some things don't have to be said. That within itself is so powerful, and that it's not taught, it's caught. You got to see, you got to be the example to the person that's watching you. When you think they're not watching, they catch that, and later on, they got to learn to reflect and say, how do I become this way? Because the example you've always been. There is no need to involve a mind who's not matured into the pain that you got to learn how to endure yourself. You're an adult. Be an adult and get the fixing you need to get fixing, so then the person that comes after you can do that before they get to the age you were. Your kids are what we got. They're our future. If you let the iPads and the internet raise them, that's on you.
And there that is, bro. There's nothing more that needs to be said, bro, because we got a series. Shout out to my homegirl, Stoic Gems, Jazzo. She wrote a book. You know, it's something along the lines of how to get over your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's helping women get themselves together so that way healthy co-parenting and two parents involved could happen, because I feel like women, we all kind of give people the advice we think is suitable. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it makes things 10 times worse, you know, because by design, you know how they say big brother want the man out the house. And, you know, so the unconscious people are doing all of these manipulative things, not understanding that, you know, now, you know, 20 years later, we're on trial for a murderer, you know what I'm saying? And your little Ooter is your son. And, you know, so it's all of these things that we keep seeing over and over and over again.
Sure.
And to me, it's just whack. Like, when do we turn the page on that? When do we try to see something better and greater, you know what I'm saying? And evolve and do that healing.
Sure.
So we go into High School Rob. You know, describe High School Rob.
First of all, High School Rob had an ill shape up, bro. My hairline was fire. You feel me? This happened right after high school.
Right.
But I was the kid who got along. I went to Jacqueline Canino Acid. Shout out to anybody who went to JKO in the city. And it was 75% females. So one, I really had female friends. I want men to grab that right here. I learned the perspective of how women actually think and how they are. If you're a man and you don't have a female perspective that's valuable, you're doing yourself a disservice. So that was number one. And I also got along with everybody. Like, my friends who were nerds, the valedictorian hit me up a couple years ago, bro. She's working for like the new, writing papers for like a news channel and all that. That's the homie still. And the dudes who were playing sports, or I was that kid that regardless of what, I want to do good by my neighbor, bro. I just want to do good by the person. Stand-up guy and worked hard. The hustling stuff started in high school, bro. I have my transcript. So, yo, bro, I got my transcript to show, because now that I'm in schools teaching kids the power of work ethic. Junior year, I was in class from 1st grade to 9th grade, no lunch. Just so I could have a short schedule senior year so I could get a job. I was broke in high school. And I say that to say that money was never my identity. I never needed money to feel more of who I was. Because I knew the person I am behind nobody's looking is the person that my mother and my father raised. So money never identified me. Now, don't get me wrong. Money help when you hungry.
Money's access.
Exactly. But I was that person that being who I am allowed me indoors and in rooms anyway.
Right.
It started in high school.
Facts. I feel like, I'm gonna be careful with this one. Because, you know, in the living room, I was wilding in the living room.
Wilding in
So,
I was wilding. Shout out to the Living Room Podcast where we learn, laugh, and heal. Here with Zoe now, you know what I mean?
You want to be able to look back and there be people there. They say, because burning bridges is really for what? Because you never know when you're gonna need somebody. Right. And I learned this today, and I could say this today in real time. The beautiful thing of working out of high school. These kids are emotional. They going through things. Yeah. I don't respect that teacher. And I don't like that teacher. Right. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't say that in front of your parent. Some kids would. I respect your gangster.
Right.
But bro, it wouldn't land the same because you wouldn't say that in front of your pop. I could call your pops and you won't repeat it. So respect is number one, bro. Sure. And I think a lot of people, when you don't like someone, you're never gonna see the good in them. Everything is negative that they do, even when they try to do something helpful to you. Sure. Because that teacher I'm talking about is plugged in with NYU and computers and all of that. And you 14, you haven't really dibbled and dabbled yet to know where, you know what I'm saying, where the trajectory is going. So slow down, bro. Sure. Respect him. Because he has respect for you. And you want to be able to, because I know some people that got to, I felt I was once thinking they passed me. And then it's like, what you doing back there, bro? You was over here. But what happened was, you know, when the decline happened, all them bridges is burned to the ground.
But like if they were never there.
And there's no water under that bridge.
Bro, one of my favorite quotes is, be careful how you treat people on the way up, because you might have to bump into them on the way down.
And I think sometimes there's no bump. There's literally nobody there, bro.
You're gonna see them on the way down, bro. So that alone could pay dividends to a good life if you just follow that mantra, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real.
Right. So does College Rob exist?
He does. College Rob exists. It was short-lived. So one, shout out to Newport. Everybody thought I went there. So my best friend went to SUNY Newport, and I got the college experience, right?
Right.
Where if you're listening to this right here, right? The purpose of school to me is the network. I think it started then. Like, it's not only the information you learn while you're in school, it's the people you get to meet while you're there and how you circle back later. So my best friend went to SUNY Newport, and I was there almost every week. So it felt like I was on that campus. But I went to John Jay first. You know, I went to college because my mom wanted me to go to college.
Right.
I was definitely one of those kids. Shortly after, I went to City College. And once I found out my store manager, I was 18 years old when I got hired at AT&T. And I found out that my store manager didn't have a degree. He was 23 years old. And that was just in my brain. Like, he's making more money than a lot of people that graduate college. He has no college. He has money in stocks. And he has investments. I don't know if I really need to do this college stuff. And I was making more money, 18, 19 years old, people with degrees. So short-lived, because after a while, I would make too much money that I had to pay for school and working full-time, go to school full-time, and then coming out of pocket, and then getting an F on a class where you got a 90 on that midterm, bro. It was over. I packed it up. Said, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So that was short-lived.
Right. How'd your mother feel about that?
Here's what I love about my mom. My mom seen my grind. I think, you know what I think a lot of disconnection comes with some people is I really showed who I was at all times. She saw the workhorse was there always in everything I did. Martial arts as a kid, baseball growing up, saw how I went to school all those hours. So when it came to work, I'm like, yo, this is when I didn't tell my mom how much I was making because we were living in the same crib. We wanted to keep the, you know what I mean?
Right.
Everything at the minimum. But I'm like, listen, my store manager is 22 years old, 23, with no college. And he told me if I follow his steps, he could get me there. I was working 6 days a week, bro. Open and close. In 2-3 years, I was an assistant manager. 21 years old, 22 years old, store manager. So once I gave her the plan and executed the plan, she had nothing to say.
Right.
Like, I bet, I get it.
I think it's imperative for a lot of people to find where you fit in. Like, you know, when they say get in where you fit in, we all fit in somewhere. And part of the journey is to seek that. Because we all have a purpose in this life.
Absolutely.
I know I'm crazy, but we all have a purpose. And many times your blessing is to be a blessing. There's many things that I've said multiple times. But you got to try things. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be a bus driver, Chipotle. It don't matter, bro. You're supposed to thrive somewhere. There's no way that you just here taking them space and breathing air.
Fact.
It's just not, bro.
Facts.
And I think a lot of that is through self-confidence and awareness and being in tune with yourself. But
Sure.
you here to discover something.
Absolutely.
And whatever you discover may benefit someone else and then benefit you on the back end. Or may benefit you directly, but you're going to take that and benefit somebody else. But either way, it's always for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it's kind of supposed to be in my head. Because that's community.
100%.
You know? So we grinding. We, assistant manager. Where are we at in life at that point that now, like, we get into this financial literacy world?
It's a good question, bro. Well, one, by the time I'll just give you numbers. By the time I was 22 years old, I probably had no investing experience, none of that. By the time I was 22, I had more money. I had double my age in cash in the bank, even triple cash in the bank by the time I was 22 years old, from just working and saving. I already knew that I didn't need, bro, listen, respect everybody who gets fly and all that stuff. Always been in shape my whole life. Knew how to dance, knew how to smile, bro.
Right.
It was cool with all that. I didn't pop bottles in the club because I pre-gamed in the crib first, and I'm out here to sweat. I mean, we've been outside together. We've been outside together, you know.
Yeah,
I
good
just
time,
know
yeah.
who I am. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just know who I am, and it doesn't make sense. The markup, financial education. A bottle cost $40 at the liquor store.
Yeah.
It is $300, $400, sometimes $600 at the club. For who?
Yeah.
Where does that make sense for where? But you go open up a business, right? This is our community. But if your man opened up a shirt brand or something and he charges $60 because you don't know his markup yet, he's just getting started, you feel away because it's not 20.
Oh, you charging me?
You charging? Let me get it for free. Talk to Hennessy. How about the club that you pay for? All right, I'm getting a little passionate on that because that's the financial.
We here for that though.
The financial literacy, like you starting for the wrong game. I feel like that's the first place right there where a lot of people's money went down the drain. So there, I learned, I was like, yo, a lot of people don't care about saving money and then I got a manager who had money in stocks. She didn't dabble in just yet. And my other manager also had money in stocks. I got exposed early, but they were both speaking on how it was a scary game. But that's when the seed was planted. Then I got into the world of entrepreneurship and met a bunch of millionaires, bro, that looked like me. And I was already wild in the corporate America, the people with 23, 24 in leadership position, right? Like leadership, people who really led by example. They did the things first. They got the job because they excelled at sales and then they were able to teach those things and had to work hard for that. And I was cool under corporate, but when someone's at home making $150,000 a month, and that's your man, you're like, whoa, it's a different world. And then getting the tips from them, infinite banking and, things of that nature. It's fascinating to know that rich don't have an identity, bro, because that can be in multiple different ways. Financially is one way, because you can have money and be the most miserable person in the world.
Yes, sir.
But when you meet a good people, bro, that got money, it's okay to know, damn, that is okay to be, because the perception back home or the people you around is, they don't understand how money works. Right. So my currency was communication first. That's where the financial literacy came. And then after that, shortly after, got into trading, had my own company, and that's a story for another day per se.
Right.
Yeah.
So we fast forward a little bit. I want to say the podcast started 2020, 2021, 2020?
My podcast started, where were we, 2022.
Right. Okay, cool. We get to that point. Why podcast?
Yeah, I didn't want a podcast, though. I needed a podcast. I didn't want to do it. I needed to do it, bro. I was at a point in my life, I skipped through this whole financial aspect, bro. I got my heart broken in business so hard that it was almost unfathomable what happened to me, bro. Like, I was in disbelief that it was happening to me, bro, right? One company that burns on you to then build another company and they stealing from you. Like, your man is stealing from you. I'm driving Uber, bro. 12 hours a day in an X6 BMW to keep up with the payments to get in the market. And the dude that I'm next to every day is stealing, bro. $5,000 from the bank account. I didn't pay $1 to myself, bro. So I went to a space where everything was, I don't know who the fuck's around me. You're fake, who's real? Bro, how you posting like you okay? I know you ain't got no money because I'm looking at the back office and they didn't pay you. And you put in the pictures of your car like if you could even drive. All this stuff I really learned then, early 2019, 2017, 2018, how I didn't need the exposure of the world to feel who I needed to be to myself. When that happened, I had options to be angry, bitter, cold. But I don't look good on me, bro. I'm not designed to be that way, bro. I'm not designed to be the malicious thoughts and it ain't me. It's never been me. So I'm trying to wear a hat that don't fit as much as I want to put it on. As much as I want to wear it, because I got the right to. I'm like, but they win. If you change me, then you win, because you took my power. So I said, I've always had the idea of starting a podcast. I got actually footage in 2018. Because driving that Uber in disbelief with tears in my eyes, I was listening to, shout out to Carl Lenz. That's a dream interview that I will make happen. Because listening to his book, picking passengers up, 5 a.m. crying on the way over there, and they don't know what I'm listening to, and I'm not turning that down. I'm letting them listen to the word themselves. And that lady just gives me a story where her son is in jail, but I get on the phone with her. I got somebody to pray. I'm a stranger, so she prays. Her son got locked up, bro, because his wife said that she beat on him when she was 9. We prayed, bro, a stranger over the phone, 30 minutes. We stay in touch. A week later, she tells me her son's getting out of jail. But I'm listening to podcasts every day. Shout out to Ed Milet. Every day, bro, on the way to pick these people up to keep me sane. And I just said, I feel like my experiences, because truthfully, before 2017, 2018, life was kind of going like this. And it was cool to give you advice and, yo, you going through something, yo, but you got to look at it this way. And it was true until you go through it yourself. To be telling you have to become the message that you bring. All that stuff you was preaching to the person that you care about. Now show me how much you care about yourself, Rob. Get you right, bro. Get you right. So after like 2018, I went back to work. Here's another gym. Get your ass back to fucking work, man.
Yeah.
Like, go to work. Like, if it's strong, if you gotta go, I believe in do something for a year, strong. Head down 1 year, do it strong. And if it doesn't work, go back to what you know to build yourself up and go. So 2019, I go back to a job, 6 figures as soon as I get back. The job that I left, I came back and got 6 figures as soon as I stepped in. Like how God works. But I had the idea of podcasting. Here's why. I said, yo, I want to believe that good people are still around me. God, let me make a list, bro. Adel Ortiz, first interview. My man Mason Slick, trading. And trading was a place where I was like, Lisbel Ortiz, Amanda Santiago, Lily Ennis, bam, Justin Silva, JD Consuflo. I'm writing down names, bro. Gary Cowan, Michael Jackson, all these people that I still have this level of love and admiration and respect for. And I called them up. I said, if I start a pod, would ya? Are you crazy? Of course. I can't wait, etc. And day one, bro, I got in that room, did an hour and 30 with my man Adel Ortiz, bro, and it felt like I wasn't in the room. And the difference was I was a speaker and a trainer for a company for a very long time. I'm the expert with the results. Listen to me. The gift of just being quiet and hearing my people, bro, and they don't know that I'm building my belief again, just listening to them, because I know what you went through. Truthfully, I needed good people around me again, bro. I isolated. Some of y'all claim y'all away from people to stay fucking bitter, and you're lying. You're not working on yourself. You're doing that to stay angry, and that wasn't me. When I was by myself, I was really working on myself. And it showed as soon as I started my pod.
Tap me in. It's to keep the narrative going, right? This is what victims do, right? How do you, listen, it's like a TV show, right? You about to get killed off the show. Mm-hmm. What can I do to keep the narrative going? How do I keep the story going, right? Mm-hmm. Whoever did me wrong has to be a fucked up person forever. There's no forgiving them. So let me gaslight a situation, maybe make something happen. I feel worse, but I'm on the show still. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They go into isolation, they distance themselves, but they not really putting in their work to come out a better version of themselves. And it's unfortunate, bro, because what I'm going through now, I wish my whole family was a united front. Mm-hmm. Feel me? I got people walking in the room, and I'm in the room with my dying mother that can't say hi to me. It's that deep. Whatever I did, or what I don't know what I did, but whatever you think it is, it's that deep. You can't say hi. Come on.
Come on, man. Come on. And I think, look, man, it's on. Yo, so let me just tell you, bro. Where you stand and what you going through, my best friend lost his mother, bro. And what I watched him go through, bro, I don't wish that on nobody.
Right.
Like, what it's done for him, how it's it's changed him, bro. And I see it now. I think I'm getting my friend back. You feel me? Right. And I could have been a better friend in that moment. I just didn't know how to. He isolates himself. And I think that was the way for me respecting his situation. You feel me? But I should have definitely interjected in some places. Bro, for you to be here, bro, shout out to DNA. Like the timing of this right here, it goes to show like what people got to see is the power that other humans have. You could borrow, bro. Like, it's bigger than that, y'all. It's the world's, it doesn't revolve around you.
Right.
It doesn't, community. Shout out to my man Gabe's. Like, I know a philosopher, bro. He said, you could be a victim of your circumstances, but you're not a victim of the choices you haven't made yet. Meaning, yeah, the past is whatever, but you also have the decision now to change that going forward. You got the choice. And you showing right now, you're a prime example, bro. Right. So I commend you, for sure.
Yeah, I told my family I would chill out for a little bit, which I have, but I just needed to see a window of like 48 hours That's why we spoke Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, yo, I should be good. Like, okay, if I told the studio, yo, listen, anything go wrong, this is why. I wanted to be transparent. I don't want to fuck up no relationships. You feel or DNA feel or anybody feel like he's not being honorable with his word. But yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest, this is where I'm at right now. So it could happen, and this is the day, this is the time, and I think we clear for right now. And I through the grace of God, I ain't cried once in both episodes, but I'm so thankful to be here in my element. Feel me? Because I had that, like, it's weird for me not to drop, Rob.
Yeah, I
you know
get
what I'm
it,
saying?
bro.
It's weird for me,
get it,
bro.
King.
And everybody I could think of in the space that we're in and the time that we're in, it's like, bro, and I'm blessed, bro, because I overbooked myself, bro. I hit you up and I hit DNA up, and I was hoping one, like, God gave me both of y'all, bro. You feel me? The world gonna see both of these episodes the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna be out the gate with that, and that's where we at with it, man. So it's a bizarre feeling, bro. I don't even know, but I know a good friend of mine told me today that I just got to give everything to God, bro. Like, I'm trying to be selective on what I give to him and what I keep, and everything got to go to him because I can't be worrying every day on something that he has the final date say on. So everything got to go to God, bro. All my worries, all my concern, everything I'm feeling, it got to go to him.
That's real, bro. So, I mean, like, life is interesting, bro. We think we have control.
Right.
We think. We have an idea.
Right.
We have intention, but we don't have the final say.
No, not at all.
We don't have the final say. So might as well put your best foot forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What has podcasting done for you?
It's opened up a lot of doors, bro. One, it allowed me. So I knew. Let me just say this, because what people don't know is I have over 10 years of public speaking in big rooms, bro. Thousands of people in events, hundreds of people a night. Spoke in Jamaica, a couple thousand people. Like, I have the experience that people, it wasn't publicized, right? You had to be in the company I was in to know that. Also was doing leadership role, and, all that stuff in AT&T, doing presentations in front of directors and VPs. All that to then come down and say, I gotta have conversations with my people, or think about me interviewing somebody as if I was interviewing somebody for a job, but I don't need that. I want to just get to know the person. It's the first shot I get. It allowed me to show that skills, well, you don't use, you lose. But if you keep using them bad boys, they open doors. And I would say, as a host, I've been honored to hear, I'm gonna quote Zoe, that's the best interview I ever had in my life, bro.
Right.
I just felt like I went through therapy. To hear that from multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple. Yo, I think that's the best joint I've ever done in my life. It's like, yo, bro. And I used to hear about me speaking. I'm getting it from me listening. Huge. It opened the door again to do what I want to do. I really said why when I started my podcast. Real talk, bro. I spent enough time on myself, started making money again. I found ways to make money without people knowing me, bro, to be honest. So I said, why? Why am I starting this pod? Why? Big why, bro. Big why. On top of the paper, and said, the youth. If there's a 21-year-old Rob coming up right now that don't see the avalanche on that ship, but I could get this words to him before he gets there, I did my part. If it's a kid right now, bro, bald-headed dude from the Bronx that looks like me, oh, yo, he kind of look like me. Yeah, I interviewed Ian Dunlap in the Bronx, New York, bro.
Shout out to the bro.
Shout out to the bro. I interviewed like him or not, the mayor came to the Bronx, New York.
That was before the indictment.
That was before. You feel me?
Clear.
Like, I just want y'all to know what happened when you make a decision ultimately to then get into schools and get paid what I'm worth. That I've watched speakers from all over the world, bro, and I think I'm just getting started because it ain't about the money, but everything got a price tag to it, and I ain't cheap.
Right.
It's opened the doors that I wanted. I'm in the schools. I'm just getting started. And I feel this sense of responsibility to say, if I could change at least the areas around me and that trickles, because this is how the world works, bro. I did network marketing, bro. That's door-to-door sales per se. That's in someone's house. Bro, I grew a team. Shout out to the crew, man. Over 20,000 people worldwide. I started in the Bronx. So that someone went viral mouth to mouth, word to word. The internet now is involved. There's people that listen to me, bro, in Turkey. I look at I'm like, there's people listening to me in Turkey, bro. There's people listening to me in China. And I'm a dude from the Bronx, New York.
The best place ever, bro.
Come on. I genuinely believe that I'm only getting started. And it's because I said yes to podcasting when I should have said no. That was the year I said yes, bro. I'm saying yes. Yo, Rob, you want to be in a music video? Let's do it. I'm going to be in a music video. Yo, Rob, you want to train me in the gym? Sure, let's do that. Yo, Rob, you going to start that podcast? Let me keep saying yes. Yes. Never charged a person to come on the show. I'm in here for a different reason, bro. I see bringing everyone who I had as a guest on my platform to be a guest to a kid that needs to hear that story in the classroom. Changing the whole, I see it a different way.
Right.
Feel me? So podcasting has done, it's done a lot, bro. It connected me with narrative, bro. Bruh, fucking, I come from
Shout out to the bro narrative, man. Good dude.
Yo, listen.
Very good dude,
Let me tell you something right now, bro. I met Narrative 2018. He met me when I was at my lowest, bro. He recorded me, put me in front of a camera like this, bro. Never recorded like having to look into a camera like that before. It made me comfortable, but said things like, yo, I could see it. You allow me to capture my talent because I'm letting you capture yours. You feel me? Like, to hear that, like, I finally found somebody that I feel like I could express my gift with, bro. Meant the world, bro. Dude shot the U.S. Open, got an Emmy, movies. Like, come on. He's nothing to play with. And this year is the world for him. Like, I see the world for him, but I saw it in 2018 as well. I had to reconnect with narrative, bro. You feel what I'm trying to say? I didn't want a podcast. I needed to.
That's beautiful. How do you choose a guest?
It's a great question. And I'm see, this is I'm at your platform. It might be the floodgates, right? It might come out. So one, there's an exchange now. Unfortunately, guys, it ain't season 1 no more.
It's season 2.
I mean, we're going on
almost season 3.
We're going to season 3 now.
When are you wrapping up season 2?
So I'm thinking about wrapping up season 2 top of this year. So probably like February, I'll start season 3. Start some new things. Closing out the year with, I shot with my man Kevin Riley that's dropping.
Fire.
And I shot with Amadeus.
That's the bro, man. That's the two conversations with Noah Love, 100%. Man.
And we went absolutely crazy.
I believe it.
Absolutely crazy. And that they were done last year, so I'm probably gonna close out with that. And then anybody who I record with this year. So the way I pick my guests, number one, I want to be clear here. It's my living room. It's called In the Living Room Podcast. So I gotta get some type of feel for a person through content. One, there's people that I want on my show back, yo, Zoe. There's people I want on my show back that it's people that are my friends, right? And I think their story is so compelling. I'm a fan of people's stories. I'm a fan of people's stories more than they are their own because I believe I could get the best out of them. It's like, let me get you in front of me, please, so I can show you what your words are worth, what your experience really is, what that could do for the people who listen to this. And they don't want to come on because it's either one, they feel like the platform's gotten big and they don't want to speak about their personal situations, or they never been comfortable enough to speak about, and there's some of them, y'all owe me that episode, right? But to answer that question is that it's, what's your story? Like, if I look at your story, can you articulate the story is what really matters to me.
Yes, sir.
And can it serve me, or can I serve you in this moment first? Those are the first things. It ain't about your following. It really isn't, right? It's about your expertise. It's about, do you care? And then everything else follows. Like, okay, of course, I've seen what you've been doing and you impact. Bro, that's how I found you. As a matter of fact, this is why this was crazy. No cap, the way I first met you is the clip of DNA that I first saw.
Right.
I say, yo, who? Oh, that's DNA. Yo, who's homie that's interviewing DNA? He's from the Bronx? Conversations with Zoe. I'm like, I'm the dude in the Bronx podcast. And now, hold on, who homie?
Right.
And then I'm starting to do, and then you said, oh, I play baseball. So now I'm calling on my boy. I thought you was older than me.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, Kyle, you play ball with this dude? You ever seen this dude? Nah, I don't know him. And then Frias. I'm like, yo.
Shout out to Frias.
That nasty brother.
Bro.
Like, and it's like, yo, I play ball. Yo, Frias, you play no hollows? Oh, my boy, you know Frias? And it was over.
Yeah.
But I was already intrigued at the fact that who is he? I don't know him, and he's in the Bronx.
Right.
And he's doing great things. He's giving back. Your story to me off rip was like, oh, true, the host got a nonprofit. Shout out to you. I will have a nonprofit.
Oh, this is a good pivotal moment.
Come on
You know
now.
what I'm saying? Welcome
Hello?
to the team,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, let's get
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all already know what time it is.
Great moment.
Come on. You already know.
Playing, baby.
Come on, slice of excellence.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me just go on record and say, a man who already was looking to serve in any way, yo, Zoe, how can I help?
Right.
Yo, Zoe, how can we do an event? What you've been doing is something that gives dividends beyond us, bro. Because I know you have a nonprofit. I said, oh, I need a nonprofit. Word, Zoe got one. I know somebody I can speak to about it. We're going to do that this year too, right? Like, all of the above. So if your story is compelling enough, and I feel that you may not know how to even give it your best, it's my job to say, let's play chess. Come here.
We gonna get to that. This is my side of this is my jurisdiction.
Come
we gonna get to that.
And the fact that you're in my living room, what I believe is it gives you the sense of, yo, I'm at home.
Yeah.
As a host, I care about, I'm Dominican, bro. When you walk in, I want to make sure you feel like you're at home.
Yeah.
And it just pays dividends so when people see an episode, bro. I've forgotten comments, though, that stunned me, bro. People don't understand this almost came to a stop, bro. I almost stopped podcasting, bro, and had to write why again. Why am I doing this? There was a comment, bro. I forgot her name, and you know who you are if you listen to this pod, bro. She watched Liz Bell Ortiz episode. That's the one that she watched. Shout out to Liz. Liz is the GOAT, bro. She's amazing. And I got along, bro, that the comment, bro, was a DM. It was probably like, bro, it was huge. And I read it. And it said, I don't know you. See what you're doing. Just want to let you know. I've been on this earth 30 years, something like that. My father is the macho man. And for the first time in my life, I seen my father cry watching the episode that you put on there.
This is
Baba, I said,
Cheers.
what? I said, huh? She said, listen, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. Love Liz Bell, seeing it, and you are incredible. In fact, the other day I started watching the episode, and my father felt those, said, what you doing? We watched those together. Come on, bro. I didn't want a podcast.
Can't even make that up, bro.
I needed a podcast, bro.
Can't even make that up.
Can't make that up.
And to piggyback on that is the people closest to you not gonna get it. It's not their job to.
Not.
Some that are in different. And shout out to Didi Jessie. I love you. That's my rich aunt. I call her. She's always been in a space that she's so flying, so clear that she get it, bro. Because she's an executive, bro. She's in a whole different stratosphere, bro. Where it's collaborative, bro. Because at the top there's collaboration. At the bottom there's competition. But we don't do that up here. We see people for what they doing up here. And my nephew doing it. Shout out to Uncle Jay and More Than Lobster BK. I'm coming for y'all, bro. And it's like, it's just a beautiful thing that people in position, they see you for what's up. Feel me?
That's
so
real.
God gonna give you the strangers. You gotta keep going. And they're gonna see your greatness. So where I was going with this was where I was at that time, writing positive Facebook statuses. People hitting me like, yo, I ain't even tell you what I was going through, bro, but I feel like I'm so stunned. I thought you was talking right to me. Feel me? Shout out to my sister Jenny. I love you. She used to call me Rev Run. You know, I used to be tweeting in the bathtub. But you know, that wasn't from a admirable place. She was trying to be funny.
I get it. I get it.
But it's just like, yo, we need to balance this out, though. Like, I was just trying to bring balance to all this. I grew up in the South Bronx, so it's like, and then you amplify that with the internet. So now it seems like everything in the world is negative, right? Because now you see the negativity in Turkey and China and the Bronx and Cali, everywhere. And it's like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, in my head, the world don't work like that. Because look at DNA. He reached out to bro. who he found a dude that did the music of power, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy story.
That's what social media is for.
100%.
And that's what I love about LinkedIn, because you connect with people. It's called the connection. It's not called a follow on LinkedIn. Where the big dogs is at, it's called the connect. You feel me? Where we at and all that. So we connecting with people, and we supposed to be bigging up and showing love and not breaking each other down like we are every day.
But I think this is what bro, if I can say anything, say this, bro. I have friends that came from Florida, right? Shout out to Soso, shout out to Bordy. And they said, yo, I know we in the Bronx and we in New York. And, you know, where should we go? Where should we not? As you should. If you're not from the town, find out what you can. But what the media portrays the Bronx to be, opposed to what it really is, these two gentlemen are from the Bronx.
Facts.
We're from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, New York, bro. Like, the world is a beautiful place if your eyes are set to do that, bro. Like, I traveled the world. Skydived in Dubai, jumped off of Cloud9 in Fiji. Bro, I've been around the world. And everywhere I go is the Bronx to me, bro. The love you create, because I bring me to that situation. India, I've been to India, bro. You know what? En chancletas, dog. I do that in the Bronx. I am a representation of my lineage and my family, my borough. I represent where I come from. So the media has a great way of trying to take what they want, because negative goes faster than positivity. I don't know why. But I'm doing work in the Bronx. Doing work in Dykeman.
That's offending. That's offending.
You know what I mean?
How do you prepare for interviews?
You know, a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people ask me like, yo, what's your preparation like? You know, or do you have these questions written down before you get them? The answer is no. The only person that I had to show was two people that I had to show them what I wanted to ask them, and I didn't like the fact that I had to do that. And honestly, I didn't really follow that.
Oh, I get that. I know where you're going with that, but go ahead.
I don't have a script, right? So shout out to Ian Dunlap, he's a bro, and this is what it was. Like, publicist was like, yo, what are you gonna ask him? What are questions? And what I usually do to prepare for an episode is this. Is there anything you don't want me to talk about? I want to show you respect beyond the camera. Is there anything you don't want me to talk about because I want to leave that alone? Cool. Is there anything you do want me to talk about? And then I'm present. Me, you, narrative, camera, lights, God. I already know what I want to know about you. So I've done homework. If I don't know you, I've done enough scrolling on social media, on your page. I'll probably go look at an interview or two to get more of a general idea about you. But once I ask one question and I feel like it's a pain point, I want to stay there till we get out of it together. I want to know how you went from point A to point B, because I don't know you and I'm getting to know you at this moment.
Right.
That's how I prepare.
Right. What are the benefits? So this is for every industry and everybody doing a form of art. Shout out to my guy Graf, because he said stop calling it content, it's art. Shout out to my guy Graf.
Shout out to Graf.
It's what are the benefits of having a job and a podcast?
Woo-wee! First and foremost, so one, it kind of shows you where your content or your art is going. When you go get a coffee at the spot that you usually go to, and they're like, hey, don't you have a podcast? That's one. And then you seeing what it's doing in your town. Because sometimes the content goes, or the art goes somewhere else first. And then,
right.
But you start to leverage this. One, the job paid for the dream, right? Like, you need a source of income. This is year 3 now of podcasting, and now the money coming in. I could have made money on YouTube season 1. All season 1, bro, I got verified on YouTube my first episode and putting out one ad that whole season, because I wanted, people need to understand, bro. I wanted people to watch the entire episode with no interruptions. So I decided not to get paid my first year at all. But I had an income coming in already to know that even when it was tight, bro, that this was gonna be a long haul. But it gives perspective to say, what do I feel while I'm doing what I love and then doing what I just need to do at the moment? How quick can I turn the corner to have podcasting pay me enough that I don't have to do something I don't want to do anymore? And you kind of need a reminder what it feels to be completely free. I used to be an entrepreneur, lived my life 7 years without working a job. I had to go back to it and not leaving until it's completely ready to be behind me. Because you still get the value of what it is to exchange with people every single day. And also what it really takes to become an entrepreneur 100%. Like, think about your benefits, this, et cetera, because that's what people stay at a job for. It's how do you make the dream bigger than the job? There's so many benefits from having that because you get perspective. You drop an episode. If you got a staff, and this is another thing I would say, work at a place that you want to be at, all right? Work at a place that if you don't like it, get the fuck up out of there. Nobody likes your bad energy, bro. Like, nobody likes it. There's a lot of things I could do to pay me a lot of money, bro. And I just stuck. I know what delayed gratification looks like, bro. I just stood focused, and I was a district manager for AT&T, bro, and took a part-time position at T-Mobile because I knew I'm gonna need the time. So knowing yourself, but you also get input, perspective, and you meet people there still. It's still a networking tool. I got a guest on my show. Shout out to Anthony Rosado, bro. I've had a pain in this ankle, brother, in my hip for the longest. And he walks into the store. He's from Long Island. He walks into the store, and I knew who he was instantly. I was like, oh, you the man I need, bro. I got a pain in this ankle, boo, boo. And he was like, yo, you know that's what I do. I said, actually, I do know that, bro. I follow you on the gram. Took my information. A week later, I interviewed him, bro. Because I worked the job. Feel me? So in this world we in, we got to be outside. You be outside.
I'll be outside.
You be outside.
I'll be outside. That's a fact, man.
You outside. Goals. But it's like, I know I got to be outside.
Yeah.
So working a job.
With a purpose.
It still gets you to be outside. But yeah, you know, I'm grateful, but I know what I'm about to do in 2025.
Right. Last two questions, man. Message to your younger self.
A message to my younger self is you'll never lose the youth in you, bro. You will remain the same with age and all. Like, I know people now, I'm turning 36 this year. Energy of a 16-year-old still, bro. Love like I'm 7. Imagine like I'm 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna lose that. You can't take that from me. You could take my hair, you could take, some of my muscle if I don't work on that, but you can't take me from me. It's in the DNA, bro. Can't change me, bro. Can't.
Message to the youth.
You're more important than what you think you are. Because one day you would employ people like me and Zoe. We might go run up a couple $1 million and you be the next person in a place that we collab with and you take off. You are more important than what you think you are. But you gotta find a way to respect your word. Be impeccable with your word, because they say at the beginning, depending on what you believe, it was the word. It's the thought, then the word. This microphone, it's simple, but it's so true. Someone thought about this, bro. The room that we're in and we're recording was someone's thought at first, and then they believe they can do it and put it into words.
Shout out to Alex and Weezy.
Shout out to the crew. You know what I'm saying?
Like the crew.
Like, meaning sometimes we speak because it's cool, it's sexy to say things that make you feel good. Silence with actions beat those. That's another form of speaking right there in itself. The action before the words then deserve to be spoken about afterwards, right? Like, get good at trusting yourself. If you're gonna go to sleep at this time because you said you were gonna go to sleep at this time to get up to go do this, then start doing that, because here's what starts to happen. You get around enough people, they don't care about their word, you lose yours. Yo, I'm gonna start the diet this shit. A whole bunch of friends are not gonna do that. And then when you finally get serious about something, you've built, because you're not who you say you are who you continue to do. Your behaviors form you. You built a habit that is gonna be hard to break. Just to break that habit alone is gonna take a lot of willpower, a lot of mental fortitude. And it's just breaking the habit. And then staying consistent on the stuff that you need to do forms a different habit. It all starts with keeping your word.
Right. Word is bond.
Word is bond.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, shout outs, websites, where we can find you, the whole nine.
All right, this is a message to the DOE. I'm the best vendor in New York City. Shout out to everybody out there doing what they do. If you need somebody to connect with, not only your students, with your staff, I have to give you a moment and say this. My platform is an example of who I am, is a representation of how I care about what people do and how they are as people. And I'm bringing that skill set to the people that need it the most. I can connect with your people, connect with your kids, and then teach them something that can break a different world for them. 2025, I'm looking to do as much schools as humanly possible. My Rob De La Rosa, Instagram, Rob_De La Prophet. Email, robdelarosa@indeliveryroompodcast.com. I'm about to get in the best shape of my life, so I'm saying in 2025, top of the year, I'm about to get in the best shape of my life. So shout out to everybody who takes their fitness serious because, health first, bro. It's our health first. And I also want to say, thank you for the person who's believed in my work before I even started it. It's people that saw what this was gonna do, even though I believed it, but that energy still exists. And I wanna be that for people as well. Like, I truly know what it is to look at somebody. Like, so I could look at someone and say, as long as you believe in yourself, I know there's a pathway for you because I've been through there. And I'm living, it's happening in my living room, bro. This year, we're gonna exercise that imagination in ways that I can't even process, bro. We're gonna stick to our journal. We're gonna stick to our health, and we continue executing what we've been doing.
That's church. Listen, make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, tap in with the bro. A whole week full of promo and content. All his links in bio is gonna be in the description on YouTube. And, it's time that we start doing what we supposed to be doing, man. That's building our neighbors.
100%.
Feel me? So, my brother, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me, my brother. You already know.
And
It's
we
love.
tapped in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and we out of here.
Right on time. Yeah. My man Zoe.
I told you I was gonna get to it.
Yeah, right to the punches. Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, I got everything I needed to get off on that right there. Yeah, fire. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for having me, dog.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, bro. It's the way to start the year, King.
No, that's facts. That's facts, bro. The platform was where it's supposed to be. Because, people think, it's funny because people that I know, it's funny. My son Bundy baby was here. That's my childhood friend. So that's how he got here. You feel me? It's like certain relationship I'm gonna always honor, and we're gonna make that happen. There's people that shy away from the platform because they feel like I'm too famous or whatever that may be. That's more on them than it is on me.
For sure, that's not your course.
Because I have charged a handful of people, a good amount of people, but for the people that I know, I just tell them the cost of the studio, right? Because I gotta do everything else on the back end. You feel me?
Sure.
So I'm still looking out, and I'm not charging. I'm just telling you, yo, bro, it's $160 an hour, whatever. Boom, take care of that, and we get to it because Bundy spoke to Albial on FaceTime that day. You feel me? So it's like I know that there's other things that are gonna come of this.
For sure.
So, bro, invest in yourself. I'm invested in myself.
That's real. You gotta come to a spot. You listen. This is why it's admirable what you do, bro. Like, bro, you drop every week, King.
Facts.
You drop every week. I drop bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, and I stack because I know what it costs. You feel me? Like,
Right.
I gotta pay